And welcome to Alumni Stadium here on the campus of Western Ontario, home of the London Junior Mustangs for the game of the week. The Mustangs in purple are going to be taking on the surprise team from down the road, the Niagara Spears. 4-1 versus 4-1 coming into this game. I am the coach, Ron Forwerda, and I'm joined by a couple former players in the broadcast booth with me. First, I've got Camden Wonderbed Melrose, and I've got Tommy Silky Smooth Silcox. Gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to London Football TV.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Guys, what are some of the keys? Tommy, I'm going to start with you. Defensively, what are some of the keys today for the Mustangs?
I think it's got to start at the line of the scrimmage, just like any football game does. So we know London's been winning there for most games, so starts there. But also, we know how good their quarterback is, so the back end's got to be super dialed. And it starts with number 3, Daniel Wojnowski's got to have a great game tonight.
Cam, what are some of the keys for the offense for the Mustangs?
I think they just got to do what they do best and run the ball, right? They got to, first drive, got to be like at least an 9 yard run right out the gate with Cam Bordeaux. And then getting these receivers in space. Like, they got probably the most talented receiver room in the province, so we got to get these guys open and get them the ball quick.
Really, just let's control the line of scrimmages on both sides of the ball here. And from there, we're going to get a lot of success. The Mustangs have been really on a roll. They lost their first game at week 1 by 1 point in Hamilton. A very, very tough place to play. Traditionally for the Mustangs, it's kind of been their house of horrors. Since then, they've been 4-0. And it all kind of changed in that Burlington game here about 3 weeks ago. Last week, beat a very good Essex team that is having a down year and beat them soundly, and it was over quick. What do you kind of anticipate happening today? This Niagara team is very, very good. I think it's very short passing. I think it's a lot of speed outs for these guys and a very athletic quarterback. How do you envision this happening? Put yourselves in the player's point of view. You know, big game, really. Winner of this, and you're hosting at least one, if not 2 playoff games.
Yeah. I think the Stangs are a pretty streaky team. Like, as soon as they get in the roll, they're gonna get rolling. So our first drive is really gonna tell us. Our first drive is really gonna tell us like what the Stangs are gonna do today. They are a second half football team. I know that from previous years. But yeah, they really got to get the ball rolling, move the chains early and often. And yeah, Tommy, if you want to talk about any defense points.
Yeah, I would definitely say big plays, both offensively and defensively. Limiting big plays on defense can be a game changer as well as making a big catch or a big run.
Third phase of this game with the Mustangs have had a lot of success this year is the special teams. You know, the Mustangs have got a couple special team big plays early and often in games. Last week with the big stop where the Essex returner takes out to the 1 yard line, and then all of a sudden they're in a world of hurt.
Yeah, you gotta be smarter if you're returning there. If you can't get out, you just gotta take the 1 point instead of the 2.
Yep, give up the rouge. It's worth 1, you know. But if you don't get it out, then boy, oh boy, you get a lot of problems. Catch the ball in the air. It is a little breezy here today.
Yeah,
it is a warm day. The breeze is coming out of the north, as usual. Fellas, I was down in the Grand Bend area today earlier, and there was a lot of thunderstorms rolling in. We don't anticipate anything now, but that's really pumped up the humidity. Talk about the field conditions. It's a great field, but we've seen kids on more than one occasion slip. We're going to come back to those points in a second for the playing of our national anthem. and the playing of the national anthem, greatest song for the greatest country. Guys, this is the last home game of the season. We were talking about the field conditions here at Western. What's it like playing on a field like this today?
Yeah, this field is pretty awesome, but today I think the humidity is going to be a big piece. I was out this morning, and it's really easy to get sweaty, especially playing a game of football. So the conditioning from those practices and those running after the practices is going to pay off tonight.
Yeah, and the Stanks practice on this field all week. They're used to these conditions. They're used to how the field works, how they line up on certain formations. They're like, it's all sound. This should be good.
So the Mustangs won the toss, deferred. Niagara has elected to receive the ball. Right. Mustangs will be kicking with the wind at their back. So the wind's actually coming out of the south now. Okay. So it's changed a little bit here. So again, big game here today. The surprise of the OSFL this year has been this 4-1 Niagara team. Week one they kind of or week two they upset Essex and it kind of put everyone on alert. Last week beat Cambridge, I think it was 30-26 in a very close game. 4 touchdowns by the quarterback, number 4, and he's a dynamic playmaker. I'm excited to see him with the ball, but I want to see this pass rush for the Mustangs.
Indeed.
It is kicked off. 21 kicks it down, and the ball. This is what we're talking about for the wind. How's that for an early point? 1-0 Mustangs on the opening kick. It is a rouge, kids. It means red, but it's the most Canadian playing in the game. That wind is going to be a factor. Now, why did the Mustangs take the wind in the first quarter?
Oh, they just want to assert a point. Look at where they're starting now. They're up 1 point already. They trust their defense on the 25-yard line. Julian Garces have a crazy leg even with the wind, so it's just a really smart play.
Garces is one of the best kickers in the province, if not the best kicker in the province. But here we go. The Mustangs and that 43 look. Watch out for Weston Gower and the pressure coming up from the middle here for the Mustangs. Niagara breaks the huddle. 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field. Motion, tight end inside handoff, met right away. Scooped up. We just mentioned his name, Weston Gower with the tackle. No yards gained, maybe 1 yard, if that. Well, they're going to give him 2 after that.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by 97, really filling that gap. If you got a name here.
Hassan
Shami.
Oh, that's Shemi, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Gower that got it.
Yeah, Gower might have, but Shami got him to the ground. It was a good play. Would have filled the hole. What was that? They had a cool formation there, bunch to the boundary.
So bench to the boundary again. It's a 3-by-1. It's a 3-by-2 set. One running back in. Receivers are offset. Back to pass. Looking to the side, wide side of the field. Quarterback escapes out to the left. Pressure coming.
Oh.
Met up and tackled right away.
What was that? Numbers
Gain of about 5, but that's going to bring well short of the first down. The Mustangs hold. You had pressure coming from the right defensive end.
Number 18, Jacob Rowley. Great hit.
Nice.
Rowley coming up from the 2-back spot. There you can see him right there.
Oh, he might have hit Shami there.
So Niagara back to punt, standing on the at the 23-yard line. Wind is in their face. I think the returners need to move up a couple yards here. I think it's going to be a little bit short. Punt is away. It is way short. It's going to get maybe to midfield. They don't blow it dead. Kind of a surprise on that. Flags call. Difference between a 5-yard and a 15-yard no yards call. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be 5 yards. Really, hey, good stand for the Mustangs, Cam. Now let's see what they can do offensively.
Yeah, let's see what they can do. We need to get the ball rolling. Get the ball to number 2 right away. Cam Bordeaux, electric runner. Went to a great high school. And
he went to a fair high school.
Went to a great high school.
Great high school.
Tommy, you play special teams and defense for the Western Mustangs. Talk about, the charge that the defense just gave the offense with the ball at the 43-yard line right now.
It's huge. It really is. Starting on the other team's side for the first possession of the offense can be really helpful. Help get your confidence up and start the game off the right way.
Sweeney in the pistol formation, hands off, inside run to Cam Bordeaux, makes the first man miss, gets to the second level. Gain of about 7 yards on that, and just a simple inside zone play, Cam.
Yeah, that was great blocking by the O-line. Look at this hole they make. And he bounces right through. Tackle by, it was a gang tackle. I saw
Number 56.
56, Joseph Moore. With a good,
Also, the fullback leading through that hole. That's just a
Yeah.
simple, like, ISO play.
yeah, Lucas Wong is a dog.
So Mustangs break the huddle. 3 to the field with the fullback offset to the left. 2 to the boundary. They
Oh.
got him to jump. It's free play.
Oh.
And they blew it. Well, okay, unimpeded to the quarterback. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. First down for the Mustangs. They're going to reset the sticks inside the 35, about the 32-yard line here.
Yeah, it's a good play. Get the defense to jump and hopefully get a goal ball to one of your best goal ball receivers, but couldn't
Well,
get it there, unfortunately.
the Mustangs have a couple really good receivers
Yeah.
outside, you know. Everyone's got one really good receiver. Some teams have 2. Mustangs have 3.
Yeah, they got 3.
Really 3 absolute studs. And ever since that Burlington game, you've seen them all kind of on the field together for the first time at that point, too.
Yep.
So the Mustangs in their 2x2, fullback offset to the left, Sweeney back to pass, taking a shot downfield. He's got a man wide open,
Oh.
overthrows him, intended for number 4. Pass falls incomplete. I think the wind got a hold of that one a little bit.
Yeah, McBurney was also, his shoulders were turned to the quarterback way too long. He's got to keep his shoulders downfield, keep running, and then show the arms. Got to keep pumping there. But yeah, the wind definitely took that ball a bit.
So pass falls incomplete. Could have been 7. It's still 1-0 here for the Mustangs. 9:18 left to go. Ball's at the 32-yard line of the Niagara Spears, well within field goal range here as well. 3 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary with the fullback. Handoff to Bordeaux over the right side. It's tripped up after a gain of about 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Decision time here for Coach Wilson
Go for
at
a
the
field goal.
26-yard line.
Got the wind at the back.
I don't see the field goal team coming
Oh,
on,
looks
so
like they're
it's
standing
3rd down and 5.
Well, what's the play call here, Ron?
Hank called, try to get them to jump offside. If not, take the 5-yard penalty and maybe line up for the field goal.
Yeah, I like that idea. Because Julian's got a leg. You can also maybe even get the rouge if he misses.
Yeah, exactly. 2x2, fullback offset to the right. Ball's on the right hash mark. Niagara really cramming that line of scrimmage. It's exactly what they're trying to do. They do snap it. Sweetie back to pass. Pass falls incomplete. Pressure coming. Niagara dodges the bullet. 8:22 left. Turn it over on downs. First down for the Spears.
I like the play call there. It was obviously man. They were sending the house. Had a dig. He beat him. Just gotta hit the receiver there. But yeah, it was a good play call.
Pass
Thought
protection
Sweeney
was great.
group pass protection, but I thought Sweeney kind of double clutched the ball
Yeah,
there a
he
little
did.
bit. And if you're trying to hit that dig, you got to catch it, throw it with confidence, you know. So Tommy, what do you think? Defense holds up here again?
Absolutely. Gotta have faith in them.
All right, 3 to the boundary again, 2 to the field. They like this formation. They've kind of been into it. Looks like they're going to send the running back in there as well. Mustangs showing pressure, changing the call. 1 high safety, man across, 1 high. Back to pass, looking for that drag route. No one open. Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete. Almost intercepted by the Mustangs. That's number 8.
That's Liam Haggerty.
Liam
right there.
Haggerty.
Well, Haggerty had it.
Yeah.
And again, great pressure. Good protection by the offensive line for Niagara. Great pressure coming and coverage across the board.
Good contain from Alejandro there, number 30.
Yeah.
Keeping him, because he is a dangerous runner, so keeping him inside the pockets.
Well, I
Good play.
think we kind of see the game plan already. This quarterback wants to get on the move a little bit and wants to create plays and have his receivers break off. You know, haven't seen these guys on film much, but after a couple plays, that's kind of how I envision it happening. 3 to the field this time, 1 to the boundary. Fullback offset to the boundary. Pass falls incomplete. And a
Miscommunication.
3rd down. Mustangs hold again. Special teams is going to be a big key here. Tommy, good coverage downfield on both those.
Yep, no doubt. That's good to get the 2 and out, especially after the 3rd down conversion that didn't go. Get your offense a chance again.
You know, here's another thought, Tom. I'm going to bring you in on this one.
Yep.
You know, is that staying when you've got the ball third and 5 on the 26-yard line? You say, no, we're going to go for it. Is that giving your defense a pat on the back, saying we know we got you?
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And you see, they showed out.
Yep.
Just like they expected.
Ball's at the 11-yard line. The kick is away. High kick, short kick again. Gets caught up in that wind. caught by number 11 on the sidelines, pushed out.
That's number 14, Anthony Green, right there.
Anthony Green.
Another Lucas alum.
That was at a fair school. Fair school.
More than fair.
Way to catch the ball in the air, though.
Yeah, hey, you guys have heard me preach this. I've had the pleasure of coaching both of you gentlemen along the years. Ball's at the 41-yard line, so
Same spot. Pretty much same spot.
Yep, exactly the same spot. Catch the ball in the air. He catches it in the air, that's plus 15 yards every time. Hits it in the ground, it's minus 15 yards every time. Mustangs break the huddle, 2 to the field, 2 to the boundary, fullback offset to the left, ball's on the right hash mark, inside handoff to number 19, breaks it over the right side, keeps going, dancing around, takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Gain of 11 on a dynamic outside zone run by number 19.
Great run from Ethan Christians here. Ready to be really patient here and then bouncing out after he hits the hole. Good downfield blocking there by McBurney. Shouldn't be standing there, but keep going on his blocks. Good downfield blocking. That's what moves the chains.
Just we saw last week him absolutely break someone's ankles in the middle of the field. And it was like, there you go again. Someone else had him, but this kid's a dynamic runner. 2 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Little slice action coming across. Inside, hit it. Number 19 again takes it to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 9 on that play. Yeah. Going to be second down and real short here for the Mustangs.
This O-line is dominating. If you watch a replay, that O-line is like 5-10 yards downfield. This is great start from the Mustangs. We got 4 O-linemen. We got Ian in there. We got a guy on the ground. Great way to start here for the O-line.
Landon Bartle with the big pancake there.
Yeah, and again, they did give him the 10 yards, so it is a first down for the Mustangs. Consecutive first down runs here for the Mustangs. Bordeaux back in the backfield again.
I think it's Wyatt Cross.
The Wyatt Cross, my apologies. Again, just that inside zone. Mustangs brought a tight end in that time, so they brought an extra blocker, and big number 72 reported as tight end.
Yeah, that's who's 72? That would be Mason McKenzie.
That's a big tight end.
That's a big guy. I think he's a new name for the Mustangs this year.
Yeah, it's not someone I've recognized in the past. But again, gain of 6 on the play. Hey, if you're getting 5-6 yards on a carry,
keep it going.
Just run the ball until run it right till you stop us, and then we're going to go left. That analogy. Tight end on the right side, 1 receiver on the right, 3 to the left, 1 in the backfield. Toss play. Out to the right, cuts it back into the middle. Going to be really close to the first down. I think he's short by a half a yard here. Again, decision time here for the Mustangs. We're going to call it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that was a great play by this defense. They're going to a toss play there to the boundary, so he's looking to get outside, but they contain it back inside, back to where they have guys, and good wrap-up tackle by
Carter Dimitrov right there, 98.
Nice play.
As we see the Mustangs bringing in the heavy package here.
83, Weston Gower.
Gower came in, and a couple other big boys came in.
Bordeaux's in the backfield.
And we also see Anthony Areza for the first time today as well.
I think we know what's coming.
Wow, a broken clock can see this one coming here, guys. Areza in the pistol formation. Nope, Areza's under center. Niagara really crowding the line of scrimmage. Snap is away. Areza takes it over the right side. Gained the 1 yard that he needed. First down for the Mustangs and goal at about the 9.
Yeah, that was a cool motion. They sent the diamond behind him out to the left to just block first man available, and good blocks. Way to dive there with the ball forward from Areza, and first down. Looks like he's staying in too.
No, Sweeney's coming back in.
Oh, gotcha.
So 3:42 left to go the first quarter. The Mustangs pretty much own the ball this first quarter. It's 1-0. First and goal for the Mustangs as they're knocking on the door again. Areza did stay in at quarterback. You are right. So 3 to the boundary, 1 to the field. Areza takes it over the right-hand side. He's got 1 man to beat. Touchdown, Mustangs! Anthony Areza takes it over the right-hand side. We kind of saw that with that toss play. Yep. And here we are with a QB sneak.
Yeah.
There's the fullback coming across
watch
on
McBurney
that.
on this block here. That's
great block downfield.
Difference between ball and the 2 and a touchdown.
Yeah, we've talked, again, I've had the pleasure of coaching both of these guys. A couple of Coach Ronisms that you hear over the years is anytime that you guys are are blocking downfield. It's the difference between a 4-yard run and a 40-yard run is what the receivers do. Garcia's down. The snap is bobbled. Kick is away, and it is good. 3:20 left to go first quarter. Game of the week. Mustangs lead 8-0. Tommy.
Hey, once again, if you can run the ball 5-6 times, it opens up the ability for the quarterback to pull it and take it himself.
Yeah,
They
Cam.
overcommit to the running back.
Yeah, so that's the thing. And when you can show that play action inside, and then you see the fullback going across with that slice to kick out at that end, it just gives you that natural running lane. And you're right. When you have to overcommit resources to the side, you run to where the numbers are not.
Yep.
So if it's an even and you're adding the quarterback in, what we're talking about is now you're in a +1 situation. By resources, I mean defensive backs. You've got 3, maybe 4 defensive backs. If you have 3 receivers over the one side, eventually a linebacker has to start looking outside of that way as well, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like we got number 2, Tyrese Gibson, and
Standing well back in the end
Yeah.
zone this time.
they're made aware this time. Looks like that might be is that D Tembo holding it for him.
Number 46, D Tembo, yep.
Yep, 46 comes up. So Niagara is one of the few teams that you see with only 4 front linemen as well. See if that comes into effect later on.
Maybe some trickery.
Garces with the kick, drives it down. It is caught and bobbled and dropped. It is picked up again at the 1-yard line. Mustangs with great coverage downfield. Number 11 taking it outside, and he's pushed out of bounds about the 7-yard line. We talk about catching the ball in the air, guys.
Yep.
Here hits the ground.
Yeah, it's number 11, Trent Dobson. Made a good play on the ball. He's running right at it. If he could catch in stride there, he might have gotten some
You
good
almost
yards,
wonder
but-
if he should have taken that on the bounce on that one rather than,
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in attack it in the air,
Yeah.
catch it in the air, and it hit it with speed.
Yeah, the only thing with a bounce, though, is you don't know where the ball's going to bounce, so they always teach you to catch it right in the air.
Oh, I
Good
know. I know. I've told you guys both of that at some point. Catch it in the air. Ball's at the 11-yard line. Right hash for the Spears. 3 minutes exactly left to go first quarter. 8-0 Mustangs. 2-by-2 set. Fullback offset to the right. Little switch action happening inside. Inside handoff. Nowhere to go again. The run game is just not there. Cleaned up by number 40.
Damon
Damon
Kendry.
Kendry.
Kendry, who played fullback last year for the Mustangs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
switched over to defense and is playing linebacker, is an absolute force.
Yeah, in high school he does it all for the Banting Broncos, so
Yep.
Yeah, one of
Can't
those
expect.
all around. I believe he's a Western commit as well.
Waterloo. commit,
Waterloo
yeah.
commit. My apologies.
Yeah, he's a really good player. And we got Gower and I believe Sawyer Emmett on the help there as well.
So here we go. Spears 4 to the boundary, 1 to the field. Motion over a second receiver and the fullback. Quarterback's back to pass. Little screen play. It's intercepted. Watson Gower reaches up, intercepts the ball. First and goal, Mustangs at the 9-yard line. Trying to hit that screen. Guys, this is why you watch film. What do you see, Tommy?
well, Gower read it perfectly. He sees the lineman, let him pass quickly, and retrace back to the running back just like he's taught. As we watch it here. Yep, sees it right
yeah,
away.
great play.
Great
Just
read.
a great
Amazing
job.
play.
Yeah, it also helps to be 6'5".
Yeah, that
does.
does
You
help.
know, again, trying to throw the ball over a 6'5" guy who's fully extended, that's like an 8-foot pass. Trying to drop it into a bucket, that's a tough pass. Niagara's in a world of hurt here. This is why the Mustangs take the win in the first quarter.
Yep.
Drive them back, play defense, and now you can get up a second score here in the first quarter.
Yeah,
You're
but,
well on your way. 3 to the field, 1 to the boundary. Handoff to number 0 over the right-hand side. Makes a first man miss, keeps driving his legs, gets the ball to about the 5-yard line, and he's pushed back. Good run. I believe that's Whitecross.
Yeah,
Wide
that is
cross.
wide cross. Good play, good outside zone to the boundary, but that's the difference between downfield blocking with receivers. I believe that was number 16 for the Mustangs. If he had kept his block on that guy, he probably would have scored.
Now, what
but
you're trying to do on that is you really want to wall him off. You
Yeah,
want to make
push him in the sideline.
Yeah, you want to. We always use the analogy. You know, there's a couple sandboxes
Yeah.
out here. We'd say block him till you hit the sandbox.
Yeah, there's one over there. Yeah.
So that was literally the analogy that I tried to teach the kids over the years. 2-by-2 with a fullback offset to the left. Ball's on the right hash mark. for the Mustangs. Sweeney in at quarterback, little step off screen, complete, makes the first man miss. Touchdown, Mustangs! Number 4.
Will McBurney.
Will McBurney came. You called it earlier today.
Yep.
You said McBurney touchdown today.
Yep, that's a great play. That's a screen look. We get some pullers on the. We got O linemen on DBs. That's probably a pretty high win percentage there, and that's a pretty easy touchdown for the kid.
Simple step off for the. It's one of the basic combinations in the Canadian game. And the 3-down ball is to get the ball out wide. The wind is really picked up as this quarter has went on as well.
Yeah.
Garces is down for the extra point. Snap is away. The kick is up, and it is good. 52 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs jump out to a 2-score lead. It is now 15-0. Here's another one, Tom. The Mustangs are going to kick this ball off with the wind at their back still. So that's, again, talk about that field position battle that you're always trying to do. The Mustangs are going to lose some field position with the wind going in their face probably the next time they have the ball, but they get to kick it with the wind at their back one more time.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that?
They've pinned them the first 2 times, so definitely stay aggressive. Keep doing the exact same thing. It's working out so far.
Cam, think of the offense. What are they doing? What are you trying to fix? Is there anything that you need to fix, or is everything hitting on cylinders right now?
Not a whole lot's hitting for Niagara's offense right now. They need to establish a run game, if not a pass game, and they haven't established either. They're doing like those quick games, and I think that's pulling the DBs closer to the line of scrimmage. So I think they need maybe attack vertical a little bit more, make those DBs respect their pass game, and then get the ball rolling on the run game.
So Garces with the ball on the 45-yard line. Little offset, trying to just outside the right hash here. Trying to pin him deep again one more time.
Ball fell.
Ball fell off as we see a man coming in.
There's Caleb Chapman, number 9.
Good player.
Great.
Won a OFSA championship this previous fall.
At CCH?
Yep.
Yep.
Garces with the kick. Good high kick right down the middle this time. Caught in the air. 3 yards deep in the end zone by number 11. Trips up and falls. And again, the Spears are held deep. We talked about the field conditions, the humidity. You're going to see a slip or a slide.
Yep.
And again, the Spears are inside their own 15-yard line. The ball's at the 14. 48 seconds left to go.
Yep. Good recovery from Trent there. Catching the ball in the air this time. Just slips up on his feet. Better than last rep.
So again, if the Mustangs can get a quick stop here and force Niagara to punt with the wind in their face, they could be set up with really good field position one more time here.
Yep. They haven't had a snap on in their own zone.
They haven't had a snap outside the 20 yet.
Yeah.
So Niagara with the ball, 3 to the field, 1-2 to the boundary, 1 running back in. Motion a little bit over, orbit motion. Crack look, handoff to number 29, trying to get over the right-hand side. Nowhere to go. Maybe a gain of 1. Not even sure he got that 1. You could say no gain on the play. Number 29 for the Spears.
Hassan Shami, another great stuff, along with Josiah Tepperman.
I believe that they had a flag on the play. I'm not sure. I thought I saw a holding indicated by the referee against the Mustangs.
Not sure.
Definitely possible on those outside zone plays.
Yeah. That was a
No, so they called a timeout.
Oh.
So again, coaching staff is thinking, you know what? We're going to force you to kick the ball into the wind.
Yeah, that's smart.
12 seconds left in the quarter. Mustang, this is a very smart play by Coach Wilson here.
Good heads-up coaching from Coach Greg.
Really smart play. And there was no flag on the play. Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11. Do you bring pressure here, Tom?
No, I don't think so. I think the ball's going to continue to die in the air, so just make sure the kick goes off. No funny business, no fakes.
I like it.
2nd down and about 11. 12 seconds left to go. Mustangs lead 15-0. We'll go over the scoring recap at the end of the quarter here. But Weston Gower with a big interception, which it's not going to show up on the score sheet, but that really set up that second touchdown. The Mustangs really, they could be up 3 scores here as well, guys.
Yep.
They went for it on that first drive.
Yeah, you don't want to be chasing the Mustangs.
No, the last thing you want to do is chase points in this field against this team. This just got better and better and better every single week. 4 down linemen for the Mustangs. 2 to the boundary, 2 to the field. Fullback is also offset in there. Quick pass out here. Caught by number 5, I think it is. He's going to be short of the first down to the 20. 9 seconds left. That's why you call the timeout. You're now forcing Niagara to punt the ball with the wind in their face.
Yep. Hey, that's a positive play for that Niagara offense, though. It's something to build off for next drive. Maybe push it more down the field next time, other than just these step-off screens of the
They
field.
just have to be able to get yards on first down, which
Yeah.
they haven't been able to so far.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the key in any offense, but especially in the Canadian game. If you can't get 3 to 5 yards on that first down, it sets you back on the stick so much here.
Yeah.
So we see 2 returners deep here for the Mustangs, one at the 50, one at the other 50 as well.
Yep. Both really twitchy runners. Don't want these guys with the ball.
Snap is away, and the
He took a
Niagara's
knee. They're going to get the ball in like the 4.
he took a knee.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Mental error here.
That's bad.
Now, was that before the clock? And okay, so they're going to say end of the first quarter. Producer Stephanie, do we have that on replay by chance?
No.
We just missed it,
I
unfortunately.
think he took a knee, which means
That's
they
exactly
get the ball
what they were
on
doing.
the
So he
4-yard line.
caught it when he's down on the knee.
Yeah.
Guys, in the Canadian game, if your knee is down, you give yourself up.
Yep.
That's it. So a mental error, a rouge on the first play of the game by Garces,
Yep.
a good stop by the Niagara defense, a quick 2 and out for the Mustang offense, touchdown for the Mustangs on the run play, touchdown by Garces the next time they had the ball, 15-0. So it's not 17, it is 15. The Mustangs have the ball at the 6-yard line after, it was that was just a mental error.
Yeah.
With the wind's blowing that much in your face, you got to take a step up.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
gotta-
think the
you gotta make
snap
the
looked
adjustments.
a little low if he's got to go on a knee to catch it, but you can't be making those plays. I get the ball in the 6.
Mustangs with the ball, 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. 15-0. Mustangs lead. Sweeney back in at quarterback. 2 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Fullback is offset to the right. Just waiting for the clock to come up here.
Yep. Maybe look for McBurney on the boundary here. He's got press coverage. I like the matchup.
I also like the out to the second man in there as well.
Yep.
A little bit of motion happening. Pressure coming, trying to hit.
Oh.
Tried to hit number 11.
Got Drake wide open, back left as well.
On the wheel.
You had the wheel open there.
Yep.
You're trying to hit that mesh route.
It's a great concept.
Just falls a little bit short. 2nd down and goal for the Mustangs.
Yeah. If you look at the replay there, you can see Will McBurney's not even looking for the ball here. He's trying to get in the way of both those DBs, get Drake open. Did exactly what he had to do. Just didn't make the read. It's all good.
Well, it's unfortunate. You saw, you know what? When you see Ian coming across the middle that wide open,
Yep.
give your big receiver a chance to catch the ball and make a play.
Yeah.
No doubt.
3 to the field, 1 to the boundary, 1 running back in. Sweeney in that quarterback. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line. Sweeney back to pass. Fires it off there.
Drake.
Falls incomplete. Drake Logan, the intended receiver, right through his hands. That was a good
Yep.
ball.
They scored on this play last game.
Yep. 3rd and goal as we see the offense, I believe, staying out
Yeah,
one more time.
I'd go for it. Our defense is rolling.
Now, you got to remember the wind has now changed, so the passing game is going to come alive a little bit more for Niagara.
Yeah.
But I still like the call here.
Yep.
Mustangs with the ball. 3rd and goal. 1 to the boundary. 3 to the field. Fullback. Offset to the left. Ball's on the left hash. Snaps it. Play action pass. Completes it to number 44. Touchdown Mustangs! Number 44. Little H under.
The man, Lucas Wong. Oak Joke.
Lucas Wong.
Yeah.
This is such a hard play to defend. You can see him coming across.
Yep.
That slice action.
see-
When you start him on the left, come all the way back to the right,
Yep.
his defender's going to get lost in traffic every time.
You got Ian doing a butt, making sure his defender can't get to Lucas. And
Yep.
cool story about Lucas Wong. He played left tackle for the Mustangs last year. They transitioned him to H because he got good hands, and here we are.
Great tackle for the big fella.
Extra point is good. 11:08 left to go in the half. Mustangs jump out 22-0. Guys, I said it was going to be, a high-scoring game. I thought Niagara would get on the board a little bit here. This has really been one-sided so far.
I think we're going to see the quarterback take it into his own hands here as we get deeper in the game because he knows there's not a lot that's been working. So I expect a lot more scrambling, taking deeper shots. So the secondary's got to be ready.
Cam, what do you offensively? What's not working?
They just got to push the ball down the field. I haven't seen a ball go past 5 yards for the Niagara offense. So I just get the ball downfield, try and get your playmakers in space. They just push, become more of a threat to the defensive backs because they're flying on these screens because they're so close to the line of scrimmage, right?
I think we'll see 15 start to get some targets as this
Yeah.
game goes on.
Yeah,
He's a good player.
He's a really good receiver, big, tall kid as well.
Yeah.
Now with the wind at their backs, I think the Niagara receivers are too deep.
I'd be standing on the goal line here.
I'd be standing about the 5-yard line here.
line,
yeah, myself. The wind is really, really blowing out there.
Yeah.
Garces with the lines up. It's a high kick,
Yeah.
and it's going to get caught up in the air. It hits at the 23-yard line, picked up and returned to about the 30, 35. Breaks it number 2, takes it all the way to the 38-yard line.
Tyrese Gibson.
And there we go. There's our first big play here for the Niagara Spears.
That's really good for Niagara. That gets the ball rolling. Maybe get some motivation on that bench. It's tough playing when you're down 22-0 in the second quarter, but you can get those electric plays to get your boys rolling. It's good. So they probably look for a positive first down play here.
Again, thank you for joining us here on London Football TV. I am the coach, Ron Forwarder, joined by Camden Melrose and Tommy Silcox, a couple former Western Junior Mustangs, calling the game with me today. It's a real pleasure. I had the pleasure of coaching these two young men many, many years ago. 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Ball's in the middle of the field. Back to pass, taking a shot downfield. He's got a man wide open. Good coverage by the safety coming across. Number 3, Tommy, what do you like there?
Yeah, that's another great Lucas football player, Daniel Wisnowski. And he ran it all the way. Just like I said, Niagara's got to start pushing the field. Woj knows that. Great play.
Yeah.
Really good coverage downfield. And again, just that the threat of that safety coming over, when the quarterback looked at him all the way. If he can get his eyes off there, maybe get something on the backside.
Yep. Play with the safety
just saying. But if you're going to get the safety to jump like that quick.
Yeah, Woj a good player. He's good at reading the quarterback, so you gotta play with his head a bit.
2-by-2, quick whistle here by the head referee.
Tight end.
Oh, we can see number 11 coming off the field for an equipment issue.
Oh, maybe he's wearing a tinted visor or something.
I believe it is a hip pad thing.
Oh, there we are. Hip pad.
Or a tail pad.
I don't think I ever had a hip pad.
You had to.
Oh.
It's mandatory.
It's in your girdle, Cam.
It's in your
There's
girdle.
a hip pad there?
Yes, it is.
I did not know there was a pad there.
There's pads everywhere.
Oh.
They have to. So anyway, 2 to the field, 2 to the boundary. 15's lined up in the fullback position, offset to the right. Little step off, quick pass out there. Gang tackling is the word of the day by the Mustangs. Number 33, number 18. After that quick 5-yard gain, Niagara quickly brings the punt team in.
Emmett Sawyer, Jacob Rowley. Great job again.
Yeah, 2 really good players, but that's still good for Niagara. They got a reception there, now pushing the ball down the field, being a little bit.
5 yards. How is that good for Niagara?
Well, what have they done since then? They're building. You know what I mean?
Well, they got the reason they're where they are is because of the field, because of the wind.
Yeah.
So, again, I think the Mustangs have been dominant here on defense. Being 2 and out both times. Punt is away. Good high kick this time over the returner's head, and there's the win. Picked up by number 14. Goes way deep in his end zone. Makes the first man miss. Cuts it back over to the middle.
Oh, wow.
Flags fly.
What is that guy doing?
Number 14, another flag. So this is coming way back.
Great block.
This is too bad. This is going to be a touchdown. But unfortunately, it's going to be called back on 2 separate clipping penalties. It was 100 and 14-yard return
Yeah, that's
by the Mustangs.
Oh.
All for naught. We got a block in the back and a block in the back.
That's an electric play by another Lucas alum, Anthony Green. It's a great play, making guys miss, cutting around the field. Probably ran like 200 yards on this play.
So I think the first one was at about the 12-yard line is where the flag is now. The second one's at the 24-yard
I
line.
believe there is a flag on Niagara as well.
It might offset.
There's a retaliation.
Yeah, I saw that in the middle of the field.
So there's the third one out there. So now we wait for the gentleman in the white hat to sort it all out. The first one was a block in the back, and that was right away, almost at the point. So it's a holding call, block in the back. They're both against the Mustangs.
Oh, wow.
So it's the block in the back that was kind of the big one at I want to say it was about the 7-yard line. I thought it happened. So it's going to be half the distance from the goal at that point. I believe the Mustangs are going to have the ball about the 3-yard line here, Cam.
Yeah.
You know, offensively, you've had a lot going for you, but now the field position has really, really flipped.
Yeah, this is where you test the team's run game. You don't want to be thrown when you're catching the snap in your own end zone. So that's where you really show how good your run game is, because can't really don't have a whole lot of time to throw. That sucks for Green. I think that's 2 punt returns called back now.
108-yard play would have been a play of the week on the
Yeah.
top 5 for sure.
Easily.
Unfortunately, when the play doesn't count, you don't get nominated for the play of the week.
It's good for the tape, though.
Looks great for the tape.
Yep.
First down for the Mustangs. Ball is at the 5-yard line.
Got Ethan Christensen at running back. All right, we got 3 to the field. We got a motion. Hand off to Ethan Christensen. He's gonna bounce
Christensen takes it
outside.
to the right-hand side, makes the first man miss, takes it to about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that's a big gang tackle by a bunch of Spears.
Nick Jubinville, great tackle, number 40 there.
Yeah, really getting his pad level up and just slamming him backwards, and all his teammates helping him. It's a good play by the Niagara defense.
Short gain. We're going to give him about 1 yard on that. Second down as we see Bordeaux come into the game here for the first time in this quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if they hand it off again.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Or some type of play action with it.
maybe like RPO.
8:15 left to go in the half. Mustangs up 22-0. Ball is at the 7-yard line of the Mustangs. Handoff to Bordeaux. Makes the first man miss, following his blockers. Cam Bordeaux keeps his leg driving. He got the first down.
Really?
He got to the 12.
We got a
Flags on the play.
Oh, what's going on over there?
So
It's on
this is a
Niagara.
retaliation penalty by Niagara. Anytime that you see someone celebrate point, they know they got somebody on that.
Yeah.
Good run by Bordeaux. He got the 10 yards, after that. Unnecessary roughness called against Niagara. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty after the run. It will be a first down for the Mustangs, but this drastically improves their field position as well.
Gives them more opportunity to throw now with more room. That's a good tackle there.
It's a really good tackle there.
Yeah.
But again, it just takes you out of their. Again, you got to remember the Mustangs started with the ball at your 5-yard line.
Yep.
First time really with the goal line, breathing at your neck. You can't really afford to make that mistake. Now all of a sudden you're back out to 31 and you got a little bit of breathing room. So you got 2 to the field, 2 to the boundary, fullback offset to the left. Pass complete to number 11. Little step off screen. Makes the first man miss. Gets it beyond the 50-yard line to the 53. This is a really good receiver. I like Ian a lot.
Yeah. Ian's a great player. I've known him for about 3 years now when we both started playing first year varsity. He's a hell of an athlete. Really quick kid. I thought he was going to break loose there. But, yeah, great play. Another field screen. Getting the O-lineman on DBs again. And
yeah, anytime you can get a pulling lineman on a defensive back. Tom, how often do you see that in the OUA game?
A lot.
How do you like that?
Not very much.
There you go. So, again, this is somebody who plays at the next level as well. 3 to the field, 1 to the boundary, motion in. Niagara's bringing pressure. Sweeney escapes it again. Gets the ball back to the line of scrimmage. They sent 3 off the right-hand side that time. He got back to the line of scrimmage. I
Yeah.
thought the first guy had him dead to rights because he doesn't see him coming
yeah,
at
that's
all.
the blind side. But I think Bordeaux got a slight hand on him, though, which helped a little bit. You could slip it and then kind of just, I guess, fell.
Great
Just-
job by Sweeney getting
yeah.
back to the line. of
Yeah,
scrimmage.
really heads-up play here.
Yep.
6:30 left to go in the first half. 22-0. Mustangs lead. They are going to give them a loss of 1. Second down and 11. 2 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Sweeney taking a shot downfield. He's got Logan Drake
Oh,
there.
Great DB.
Great defensive back play by number 20, I believe it was.
That's James Lindsay.
Or excuse me, is that
Number 50.
Yeah,
50?
James Lindsay.
You don't see a 50 that
You
far
don't
down
see
the
a
field
50
often.
out there very often.
Yeah. That's a great play. Played the hands. That's got in his face a bit after, too.
And again, there's a difference with the ball in going into the wind versus throwing with the wind at your back. See how we had to kind of just, it didn't have the same zip on that.
Yeah.
I think if that ball is the other direction, he's got a little bit more zip and he's able to
Yeah.
complete that.
Drake's got to have stronger hands there. Got to catch that ball, but great play by Lindsay.
So Niagara gets their second stop of the day. Now the Mustangs have to kick with the wind in their face here.
Yeah.
Ball's at the 50-yard line.
Turner's way too deep.
Garza standing at the 36-yard line. He's caught. Kick is away. Good high kick. And we see there's that wind. Holds it up. Doing a good job of getting out of the way. Harm's way. Mustangs were able to get him
Wow.
back. He ran back on his own accord.
I think that's
And this is going to
Alejandro.
be tackled after a loss of 3
Yeah.
on the return. Guys, go forward with the ball.
Yeah.
There's another guy that can play a lot of positions, Alejandro Rivera. We've seen
Yeah.
him play fullback, linebacker, and I think even a little bit of edge rusher this year
Yeah.
for the Junior Mustangs.
That's really heads up by the punt team, too. See them all running back when that ball's bouncing towards them, so they don't get the no yards call. It's good coaching.
Yeah, really heads up coaching there.
Curtis Menifee, great special teams coach.
The special teams coach.
We've got 3 to the field, 1 to 2 to the boundary, 1 fullback, 1 running back in. Ball's on the right hash. Niagara barking out the signals. Inside handoff, breaks it outside, trying to get the pressure out there. Good run there by number 26, I think it is.
26. I think it's 29. That's Henry Black again. Getting upfield there. A little spin move forward.
If you
Gain
watch-
of 7 yards on that. Good run on that. He's trying to get that inside. Bounces it outside. Got the edge right away.
Yep.
Second down and 3. Niagara with the ball.
Kendry on the late tackle there. Good player.
Spears break the huddle. They go 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 running back in. Barking up the signals, little freeze call. Hank call they got. Niagara's got an advantage on the field here. Back to pass, pressure coming right away, taking a shot downfield.
Oh, got to get 2 hands.
Little bit of hand checking downfield
Yeah,
against
London
number
might have
11.
got away with one here.
I think they did, but anytime you throw your hands up, you're looking for the flag. Refs aren't going to throw that for you.
No.
Got to fight through it.
And also, I think the ball was way over his head.
Yeah. I thought Wichnowski was going to come down with that, but only put the one out. Yeah, it's
Went for the fancy one.
yeah.
So, Spears to kick the ball. Ball's at the 44-yard line of Niagara. Mustangs with 2 deep. 4:27 left to go in the first half.
Looks like same returners. Or we might have a new one to the field there.
14 is back there, and I think it's number 10.
Number 10 on the field.
No,
Snap is
not 10.
away.
That'd be quarterback.
High kick again. Again, not a very deep punt.
In the
Caught
air.
in the air.
Nice.
Anthony Green with it straight ahead. Look, there's a difference right
Yeah.
there. Catch it in the air, attack it with velocity. You don't get the 15 yards, but if that ball hits, it's going to bounce around. It's going to cost you 15 yards.
Yeah, that's Anthony Green literally taught catch a ball, get 5-10 yards. That's all. It's the bare minimum you got to do, and he did it. Good play by him. Good cover by number 40 there. Got Wade on there. No unblocked.
Mustangs with the ball at their 44-yard line. 4:03 left to go in the first half. Still leading 22-0 from Alumni Stadium here on the campus of Western Ontario. I am again the coach, Ron Forwarder, joined by Tom Silcock and Cam Melrose, joining with me on play-by-play. Sweeney in the quarterback, 2x2. Fullback offset to the left. Correction, offset to the right. Inside handoff. Bordeaux with the ball. Takes it over the right-hand side. Gain of 5 on the play. Good patient run there, Cam.
Yeah, that's really patient by Bordeaux, making something out of nothing there, following his blocks, bouncing outside, give him a little stiff arm, another stiff arm. Just made a positive play.
Didn't really look like much there, but
Yeah.
it's a gain of 6.5, almost 7 yards.
Yeah.
Second and 3 there.
Great vision from Cam Bordeaux there.
Just patient running.
Been hearing a lot of Lucas names today.
Couple of them, 1 or 2. So we see the referees blowing the flag in.
Hey, timeout.
I think you got an injured player here. So guys, 2nd and 3, the wind's in your face, Cam.
Yep.
What do you like? What are you dialing up here?
We got 3:42 left. Maybe get the pass game going. I like. There's a lot of RPOs in this offense, so I maybe get a RPO going. Keep the defense a little on their toes, and then maybe a deep ball to number 4, Will McBurney. I don't know. Kid's got wheels, so if we can get him in space, that'd be great. I also liked if we could come back to that wheel
mesh.
Drake that was open in
Yeah.
that end zone. If we can hit it with space, that'd be great. Hit him on the sideline.
You tried to hit Logan twice on
Yeah.
that on 2 different occasions, and the DB has made 2 good plays on
Yeah,
him.
but-
Didn't see him the third time, but again, I really like that late drag coming across
Yeah.
from the number 3 guy on the field coming
Yeah.
all the way across. That's tough to cover.
Yeah, it's like a triangle read. Read if the mesh is open, if both are covered, should have the under.
You have to continue to give Drake opportunities. He's a great receiver.
Yeah,
He's
he's
got a ball in
arguably
him.
he's one of the top receivers in the province.
Oh, easily,
No
yeah,
doubt.
very easily.
And I think he's going back to South for 1 more year.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his plans are. I know Ian's committed to Western. McBurney is first year, so he's in high school next year. And
Sweeney is also going back to SAP next year.
Yep.
So 2x2, fullback offset, inside handoff to Cam Bordeaux. Look at the
Oh, wow.
pride. Look at the push by the big man. Give me number 66. Who is that?
so I believe that on
The
the
Mustangs.
Yeah, that might be Dylan Fauner. I gotta double check though. What's on the backside?
Bordeaux with the carry, but assisted by number
Yep,
66.
it is Dylan Fauner, the maniac himself.
Dylan Fauner. And again, he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. He willed him,
Yep.
i.e., helped him for 3 yards
Yeah.
and got the first down.
Yeah, that
And that gives you to the 3-minute warning here, guys.
big strong
He's
alignment.
one of the most passionate football players
Yeah.
I think we've played against. Playing him against Saunders,
Yeah, he's one of those guys where you want him on your team and not
Yep.
playing against them.
no doubt.
Cam Bordeaux is out. Number 0 is in at the running back position. Fullback offset to the right, 2x2 for the Mustangs. Slice action coming across. Taking a shot downfield. It's caught this time by Logan Drake for a gain of
Nice.
about 7 on that. We talked about there's that mesh pattern that we
Yep.
were talking about.
Yeah.
See him coming across from the number 2 position all the way across. No one's tracking him.
Yeah, it's a really good read, but unfortunately, we might be injured there. Lucas Wong was doing a quick flat route, and I think he brought his DB to Drake, and that's who made the tackle there. So it's a little unfortunate, but good play.
We also had 17. Rowan Pierce was open on the sideline there as well.
So yeah, that's throwing it to the sidelines with the wind kind of as it is. That's going to be a tough throw for the
Yeah.
quarterback at that point.
Oh, easily.
2nd down, and we're going to call it 4 here for the Mustangs at the 3-minute warning. 2:31 left to go in the half. Mustangs with the ball at the Niagara 50, looking to go up a 4th score. It's 22-0 at this point. Clock is blowing in. Little jet motion, throwback. There's Logan Drake with the ball in his hands, make the first man miss. He's going to be really
Yeah, he's
close to the
close.
first down. They're looking right down to see where he's spotting it.
Oh, looks like spot short. Oh, they're moving the chains.
First down for the Mustangs. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I see where the foot is basically right in front of us here. I think he's like a half a yard
Yep.
short here.
They're going heavy. See Nate going, Kendry, Gower,
Yeah.
the 42, if we get a name on that. Charles Landry.
Landry's another big time
Big
player.
guy, yeah. I think he's a Medway guy.
Yeah,
He is.
fullback, Medway.
So the Mustangs break the huddle. Oreza's in at quarterback, under center. 3 in the backfield, 1 out wide. Oreza's just straight ahead. Look at the push by the offensive line.
Looks like
he needed 1 yard. He got 7.
Oh my! If we can get a replay on Ian Liberty on that play, I think his DB was way down the field.
Look at number 40 at the top of the field.
Andrew?
Down low the 40s.
Yeah. Oh wow!
Look at that block.
They're like hugging.
You know what? But it's inside. Look, he's inside the cylinder.
It's very clean.
If anything, the Niagara player's outside. He was the hold.
Yeah. It's a good play.
But again, great block there by Kidry. Man, I like that kid.
Looking like the Philadelphia Eagles out here. I like it.
Ish.
Little tush push.
Little tush push, little brotherly shove. Ball is at the 44-yard line of the Spears. First down for the Mustangs. 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field. Sweetie taking a shot downfield. He's got Drake Logan wide open. Catches it. Makes a miss.
Yeah.
Drake Logan. Touchdown. No, they're calling him short.
I think he got in.
Oh, wow.
Well, there's Drake for you. He had 2 drops, but you'll make up for him.
There's that post pattern. It's so hard. When you expand and you start doing that switch motion inside, who's on who? So the ball's at the 1 yard line.
There's one Mustang that will be happy with that, and that's number 10 out there.
Arez is coming in back in at quarterback here. That was a great pass by Sweeney.
Yeah.
Didn't double clutch it.
Yep.
Threw it with authority. There's a difference in the pass, What I really like when Sweeney lines up, just throws the ball.
Yep.
Just sees it.
Trust himself.
Yeah, that's the best way of putting it. First and goal for the Mustangs. We call it the Rhino formation. Arez is straight ahead.
Did he get in?
I think just short.
He's got a dive there. He can't just walk.
Second down.
He crossed it, guys. Like, we got a clean view of that.
Making him earn it, I guess. I think he got in very easily.
He's clearly in.
Yeah.
Then he was pulled back. It was a horse collar to be actual.
Well, probably just do it again.
Oh, absolutely, you're doing it again.
And if it doesn't work that time, or you do it one more time.
So, second down and goal from the 1 yard line. You don't mind this because the clock's ticking. Tick, 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 tick.
Get the boys to half up 29.
Reza takes it over the
Touchdown.
left-hand side this time. No question on this one. Touchdown, Mustangs. 1:07 left to go in the half. Mustangs are up 28-0 over the Niagara Spears. Guys, I got to admit, the Mustangs, they look almost unstoppable at this point.
Yep, now it's time to just keep being aggressive, let other guys get looks, right? Think of it as almost practice for more challenging games.
Well, the Mustangs are on the road next week.
Yeah.
And they're going to Oakville to play the Titans.
Nice.
We kind of talked about it at the start of the broadcast. The winner of this game was going to be 4-1. Was going to be 5-1.
5-1.
Heading into next week's game. The Mustangs play Oakville. The Spears play Hamilton. The other team that is 4-1 come into today's action. So you could be 4-2 versus 5-1.
Yep.
That's why I said, depending on how things go next week, you're going to be hosting one playoff game, the winner of this is. Maybe 2 if the Spears can beat Niagara, or if the Spears can beat Hamilton next week, which I believe is in Niagara as well. So that's something else to keep in mind.
Yeah, home field advantage always good to have, especially in those big games. Playing at home, you don't have to sit in a long bus ride. Just play.
Well, also, if Niagara, think about this. If you're Niagara, if you lose next week, you're probably coming here to play the Mustangs again.
You never want to do that.
In the playoff game. If you win, you're probably hosting Hamilton in back-to-back weeks. Pick your poison.
Yeah.
So that's beating an appointment twice in a year is very difficult.
It is.
Beating them back-to-back weeks, that's next to impossible.
Yeah. Little shout out to Ian Liberty here, showing he has good hands being the holder. Call him sure hands, Ian.
Carson said out himself today is a Rouge in 3 extra points right now, going for his 5th point of the day. Snap is down, the kick is away. It is good. Niagara had too many men on the field. That's why we see a flag from the back judge. This will be declined or actually be accepted on the kickoff.
The kickoff.
We're going to be kicking it off from the 50-yard line. Mustangs are up 29-0. Tom, special teams. If you can get a stop here on special teams to add to this, again, all the momentum in the world. By the way, who gets the ball to start the second half?
Junior Mustangs.
The Mustangs do. So again, that is why we talked about it early. Is a great play by Coach Wilson. We'll defer to the second half, but we're going to take the win in the first quarter and really put a stranglehold on this game.
Yeah, put pressure on the opponents. Good play. All right, got this Mustang kickoff team out here.
So the Mustangs will kick the ball from the 50-yard line. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Somebody who's already made a couple tackles today on kickoff is DeLon here. DeLon McPherson, number 12, sitting at the very top.
Yeah, he's again one of those really dynamic. They're so deep everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, young guy too.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
First year varsity player.
Yeah.
But we talked about the running backs. Cam Bordeaux, great running back.
Yep.
Oh, there's 3 of them. By the way, you know, like Bordeaux's had what 6 or 7 carries in this game.
Probably something like that.
And that's the thing. They can just roll out another one after another one after another one, time after time after time. Garces with a great kick that's going to bounce about the 5-yard line. It's caught at the 10 by the up back. Straight ahead, drops his shoulder, takes it to the 20-yard line. Number 17 on the return for the Spears. They're going to have it right at the 20. First down for Niagara.
Yeah, it's Austin McCray right there, putting the shoulder down and running through the opponent. So good.
Really good, solid return.
That's a football play.
Yeah, I like that. And they're going to give him to the 21 there.
Yeah.
So Niagara with the ball at the 21-yard line. 1:02 left to do. Cam, like if you're Niagara, what are you doing here?
You got to get vertical here. You got a minute, 2 seconds to go. How many? Like 100 yards, 90 yards.
Yeah, but are you looking for a first down or a touchdown on this play? You got to get some momentum.
You
haven't had. I don't think you've had a first down all game.
No, they got to get a first down here.
3 to the field, 2 to the boundary with the tight end lined up on the boundary. Back to pass. Number 4 drops back, taking a shot downfield.
Wide open.
Nice mesh concept. Caught by number 14 on the sideline.
It's Lucas Goodbrand.
33. Is that Haggerty?
That would be Emmett Sawyer.
Yeah.
Sawyer with the tackle. Right basically at midfield. Good play.
Yeah, that's way to get vertical there by
So
Goodbrand.
that's your number 2 man on the slot coming all the way across there.
Yeah. You get really deep. Linebacker didn't see him. Good play. Would get out of bounds too.
So, ball's at midfield, left hash. 2 to the field, 1 to the boundary. Just a little step off screen, complete to number 6 out there. Makes the first man miss, gets a block on the edge, takes it all the way to the 35-yard line. All of a sudden, just like that, Niagara's got a little bit of momentum going.
Yeah, that's a great heads-up block by Angel Diaz. He was that outside receiver who blocked that DB, and then I believe that's number 6.
Great awareness from 6.
That's Joseph Martinelli. Good
So the Spears with the ball, they give him the 34-yard line. It's first down for Niagara.
Moving the ball this drive.
45 seconds left to go in the half.
Some whistles.
Play is blowing in, trying to get the signals in from the bench. The clock should be ticking here. Oh no, he stepped out.
Yeah.
Back to pass, pressure coming, escapes up this time. He's met, keeps his
wow.
legs going. Everything was going wrong for Niagara up until this point. This seems to be everything's going right for the Spears on this drive.
Yeah, Kinder's gotta get a good wrap up here. That's a great play from quarterback, keeping the feet up. That's extra 6 yards. It's a great play by
and a first down. Ball's at the 22-yard line. 35 seconds left to go in the half. 3-by-2, 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field. Again, taking a look around, getting the calls from the referees. Blocked at the line of scrimmage he's called his name a number
53.
of times. Number 83, Weston Gower knocks it down. They're just trying to hit that, again, just that little hitch route.
Yeah, it's a great play. I think that 53 might have
53.
also got a handle on that.
Jothan to Shabasu. Great play.
Yeah. I think he's an MTS guy.
I think you're right. 34-yard line, second down and 10. 22 seconds left to go in the first half.
They ran that Spain pattern there, the double hooks, and the same guy was open as when they completed it earlier. So,
well, the first guys got deep. The second guys, so it's basically that cut coverage.
Yeah.
That we see a lot of. We see a lot of cut coverage at this level. 2-by-2, fullback offset to the right this time. taking a shot downfield. He's got his guy. Great defense by number, I think that's 23. Is that JoJo?
That's
Yeah, that's
Josiah
JoJo.
Temperman.
Yeah,
Way to force him
JoJo
to the
Temperman.
sideline.
Again, he's not doing anything illegal. A little bit handsy in there.
Giving the quarterback
Hip
no
check,
room.
but using the sideline as a defender.
Exactly.
That's a heads-up play.
It is.
Yeah, that's
Veteran
textbook.
corner.
Coach Hallenby's got to be really, really pleased with his DBs on that.
No doubt.
Second down, or is it third? No, it's third down and 10 here for the Spears.
No field goal.
Timeout called by the Mustangs. So, I like this. Someone's got to call a timeout here. Let's make sure everyone's aware of what's going on here. It's third down and 10, 18 seconds left to go. You know, Niagara, you seem to woke up now.
Yeah.
You know, you want to keep this momentum going. You got to get some points on the board here. But down 29, a field goal really doesn't do you any good.
And Mustangs get ball at half as well.
So what's your call?
Yeah, you do got to go.
Yeah, I agree.
But okay, you're going for it. What are you doing?
Some sort of quarterback's got an arm. I do some sort of like field concept, trying to get back right corner open, just send it out there.
They practice the long out, okay?
Long out.
They practice it in warm-ups here, and I haven't really seen it much. Do you like some type of smash concept coming up here?
Yeah, I like that. And then best receiver ISO boundary. If I get a one-on-one look, I'll give him a chance. If not, do my progressions in the field. That's what I would call it.
So here we go. Third down and 10. 18 seconds left in the first half. 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary. You got that one-on-one matchup here.
11 on JoJo.
Quarterback is back to pass. Pressure comes, tries to take it right over the middle. It is knocked away. Pass falls incomplete. Turn it over on downs. They're trying to hit that post. It's there.
Yep, way too high. I think if he caught it, though,
It would've
number
been
13, Tayshawn Peach might have.
Tayshawn, I think, would have removed his soul.
Maybe, yeah. That's a potential.
He was going to get absolutely lit up on that. So, as we enter the half here, Mustangs, I would imagine, just going to knee this out here.
Yeah.
So, really impressive first half for the junior Mustangs, and really what we thought was going to be a much closer game than it is. Really, the field position battle, it started early for the Mustangs, getting the Rouge, and then, again, just momentum afterwards.
Yeah, big day for Nate Ariza. Big first half, 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns for Areza. Again, Sweeney's done a really good job distributing the ball. Cam Bordeaux's had a really good half. All the running backs have.
Here he
Inside
is.
handoff, Cam Bordeaux bounces off the first defender, takes it to the 28-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, way to put the shoulder down on Austin McRae. Good pop on Boardsy there.
Referee's talking to the couple of the big old linemen out there about don't land on each other on purpose.
Yeah, I saw 2 big bodies on the ground over there.
Yeah, well, one was throwing and the other one wasn't letting go. And I want the pancake. I want the pancake.
Yeah.
You guys eat as many pancakes as you want. I'm telling you. So, Mustangs break the huddle.
Neat out
2
here
by
we go.
2, fullback in this time. Offset to the right. Ball's on the right hash. Inside handoff to Bordeaux. Scampering around.
Good
trying
run.
to keep it in bounds. And he does keep it in bounds.
Looks like time ran out.
But that's the end of the first half, which is, I believe, what the most things we're trying to do. Cam, Tommy, big first half for the Mustangs. Started early here with the Rouge. And then the Mustangs scored on 4 of 5 possessions and had it 3rd and 5 inside the 20.
Yep.
This game, in all intents and purposes, could be over at this point. We saw Niagara finally wake up offensively.
Yep.
But it's been an absolutely dominating performance by our guys in purple. Anything to add?
Not a whole lot. I'll get the probably start to rotate some depth guys in. Maybe not on the first drive, but get them ready for any time we're gonna need them. But yeah, just keep rolling.
I think
Tom?
they're winning all 3 aspects of
Yeah,
the football right
all
now,
3
especially special teams. So
Well,
that's
you know,
key.
and the other, I always kind of break it down. There's a 4th aspect of the game. It's the battle of the trenches. And the Mustangs are kind of dominating on both sides of the ball there. It really is. It's been a really great performance. Game of the week here. The Mustangs are up big, 29-0 We'll be back to bring you second half action in just a little bit. And welcome back to Alumni Stadium here on the campus of Western Ontario. I am the coach, Ron Forder, joined in the booth by Camden Melrose and Tommy Silcox. Guys, it's been a great first quarter, or great first half here for the Mustangs. Let me just go a quick little recap of what we had going on there. Nader Reza with a 9-yard touchdown run early with 3:20 left to go in the first half. After the Mustangs opened the scoring on the first play of the game with a rouge by Jillian Garces.
Yeah.
And again, they went down and missed it on third and 4, basically, at the 20-yard line. So Reza got the first touchdown. Will McBurney with the second touchdown with 52 seconds left to go in the half. Mustangs were up at the end of the first quarter, 15-0. Then Lucas Wong with 11:08 left to go in the second quarter, basically after a gaffe on a punt team mistake by the Spears. Lucas Wong scored on a touchdown pass by Sweeney, and then Nader Reza with his second rushing touchdown, a 1-yard plunge, and that's what got us to the 29 points here. The Mustangs will receive the ball to start the second half. No, Niagara's going to receive the ball. So the Mustangs deferred and decided to take the wind. No. That's, again, if the wind is playing such a factor in this game, you want to dictate, you're up 29-0. You get another score or two in this game, and you are rolling in players. Tom, defensively and special teams, I'll let you kind of touch on those. Any adjustments the Mustangs need to make?
I don't think so. I think just keep the foot on the pedal, stay aggressive, and good things are going to continue to happen for them. I think the offense, running the ball like they have been, gives the defense a lot of break, and it makes it so much easier as well.
Cam, what do you offensively, put yourself in Niagara's what do we got to do for the Spears? We saw them kind of come alive a little bit at the end of the second quarter there.
I think they just had there was a minute left, and there was urgency in the huddle. Like they're just running back to the huddle. They were running. I remember like the first 2 quarters before that drive, they were like all the receivers were jogging to the line, jogging down the field. Like there was urgency that drive. And their quarterback, number 4, Noah Walters, had a really good drive, running around, making good reads. I think they just gotta build off of that drive for the second half.
So we were just waiting for the officials to start the second half of the game here. Mustangs are up 29-0. Battle of 4-1 teams here. The Mustangs on the road next week in Oakville to take on the Titans. Niagara, I believe, is in Niagara, I believe, to take on the Ticats, the other team that's currently sitting at 4-1. Again, 15-14. That was the first blemish. It was the only blemish that the Spears have had. Yep. Then week 2, the Spears won 21-6. Beat the Junior Warriors 39-19. Beat the Stamps 28-25. And then last week, beat the Lions 30-24. Ball is caught right on the goal line, returned out to the 20. He's got a little bit of a lane there. Takes it beyond the 42, about the 41-yard line. First down for Niagara. Good return. Caught the ball in the air.
Yep.
There. The ball hit in the first half. You see what happens. Second half, catch it in the air. You're in positive field position again.
Yeah, way to bounce back by number 11, Trent Dobson there. Just continues to build off each of his returns. And, yeah, it was a good return there. I think Julian might have been in on the tackle there, the kicker. It's always nice to see, but.
So they placed the ball at the 40-yard line. First down for the Spears. 29-0, the Mustangs lead. Spears in their white uniforms, gold pants, burgundy helmets. Mustangs in their silver pants, purple jerseys, and silver helmets. Showing pressure here. 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary for the Spears. Little quick pass completed out to number 6.
Oh, wow.
Tackled right away by the Mustangs. I believe it was number 25 with the tackle.
Cole Fisher, another one of those young guys making a stand here. I think they've subbed in a couple guys because normally we see Josiah out there.
Yep. It was a great tackle. That hook road's been there
Great
all
job,
day
Cole.
in the zone. A great tackle.
3 by 2, 3 to the field this time, 2 to the boundary, 1 running back in. Back to pass, looking over to the left there, just that sit-down route. Completed after a 7-yard gain to number 10. Needed 5, got 7. First down for Niagara. Easy completion there that time.
Yeah, that was caught by Angel Diaz. Would have liked him to attack the ball there so we could get some run out for catch, except for going to his knees, but still got the first down.
3 to the boundary this time. 2 to the field. Ball is on the left hash mark. Niagara's kind of going a little bit of a hurry up here. It's a 2-by-2 with the fullback in on the left there. Inside handoff with a puller. Number 29 met in the backfield. Drags him forward for a gain of about 5 on that.
I think it's a 25. That's Aaron Falconer.
You were correct. 25 was the ball carrier.
Yeah.
Gained him 7 yards on that.
He's a new back this game, I believe.
28 with the tackle. Ethan Scrivens.
Nice.
Another young guy getting some playing time.
There we are.
4 down linemen for the Mustangs. 3 linebackers. 3-by-2 set for the Spears. Taking a shot downfield. Trying to get a little bit of a wheel route going on there. He broke that off.
I don't know if that was a stop and go or he had an option to either run a go or do a stop. So it's one or the other. Either way, it just didn't work out. Got to have better communication, especially when you're down this big. You got to get the ball rolling. So
3rd and 4 decision time. I don't think we're going to see the punt team much more for
No.
Niagara in today's game. The Spears electing to go for it here. Ball is at the 52-yard line of the Mustangs. 3 to the field with the fullback. 2 to the boundary. 1 running back in. Back to pass. Pressure coming. A little bit of a hold not called, and they do call the hold call. It's intercepted by number 1. We're going to decline the penalty. The Mustangs are going to get the ball at the 23-yard line. First down for London after they're going to decline the holding call on the Spears.
yeah, that's great coverage by Maddox Reed.
So Maddox Reed with the coverage. The penalty is, they declined it. Yeah. Turn it over. First down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's one of the most technically sound corners I've ever watched play, and he's really fun to watch. It's a great play.
First year or second year?
Second year's an 07 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Nate Areza going to be leading the troops this drive.
So Areza's coming in at quarterback to start the second half here.
Check that. Maddox is an 08. He is a first year guy.
I thought so.
That's my apologies.
He
just plays like a veteran already.
He reminds me a lot of Robert Panabaker.
Yes.
You just see him make play after play, and you kind of go, who is this guy?
Yeah.
So, Mustangs with the ball, 3 to the field, 1 to the boundary. Fullback is offset to the boundary as well. Ball's on the left hash on the 22-yard line. Areza's back to pass, taking a shot downfield, intended for number 4. Little bit overthrown. I think that's a wind thing going on there.
Yeah.
We saw that in the first quarter with Sweeney. Same thing there with Nate Areza's pass.
Yeah, it's a great route by Will McBurney. Really press the inside and then try and burn him outside, but unfortunately the ball was a little bit too far.
2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. 9:02 left to go in the third quarter. Wind really picking up after it dropped off there for a while.
Yeah.
But we can, we're looking out at the flags of the north end zone, and they're really blowing around there. And it's gusty. It's really coming and going a little bit there.
Yeah. McBurney sub out here. We got Anthony Green at boundary.
So you've got 4 to the boundary here, 1 to the field with the fullback offset to the left. Ball's on the left hash mark. So we see a late substitution for Niagara. Allowing the substitution to happen. So it might have been a blood issue or an injury. I'm not really sure. Equipment issue is what I'm being told.
Maybe a hip penalty.
So Areza takes the ball.
Oh, wow.
Gain of 2. Good job by number 40 and number 65 for the Spears, who read the read option play all along. They're just going to turn it over, and the Mustangs are going to be forced to punt.
It's Nick Jubinville. Great play.
So this was a design quarterback run all the way here. It was that little, it's a little option. What's he trying to read off that? You trying to read the defensive end crashing? The end didn't crash.
Yeah.
What's he seeing on that?
I think so, but also Niagara was in more of a 34 there too, which definitely makes it a little bit harder for the quarterback to see.
First time we're seeing the punt formation here for the Mustangs, that shield look that they like to do.
Yeah, this could be a bomb. Got the win on the back.
Win at the back. Yeah, this is over his head. Garces with the kick. High kick. It's carrying. Catches it and drops it at the 44-yard line. Good coverage by the Mustangs downfield. And again,
fumble.
Excuse me, that's the second punt because they did that as well as last time.
Yeah.
Where they drove the returner back. It's caught at the 44, returns against his own momentum there, returns it to the 44 and is tackled. Loss of 4. Mustangs punt coverage are minus 7 yards today.
That's
Liam Haggerty there fell down but got right back up. It was a great hustle.
We talked about that earlier, how in a humid day like this, we saw a lot of rain in the area earlier today. It's a great field, but we tend to lose our footing when it gets that really, really humid weather. So second possession here for the Spears in the second half. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. 29-0. First and 10 for the Spears. Ball is at the 40-yard line. 3 receivers to the field, 2 to the boundary. A little switch action happening. Pressure coming. Being held on the edge. Didn't call it this time. Quarterback scrambling around.
Great
and
tackle.
Wallowed up there by Kindry, and I missed the other number.
28.
You know, we're going to give him a gain of maybe 1 on the scramble.
Ethan Scrivens, another great play.
Yeah, that's a great wrap-up tackle here. And Kendry.
No gain, actually, is what they're going to say after a great job there. Quarterback, this is a really athletic quarterback. He likes to move around and create plays.
Yeah.
And just good coverage downfield by the Mustangs as well. 2-by-2 with the fullback offset to the left here. More of a tight end than a fullback. Pistol formation, taking a shot downfield.
It's open.
It's caught downfield.
Great catch.
Really good catch downfield all the way down to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 30 on that, complete to number 14.
Lucas Goodbrand. It's a great catch. Takes a pretty good pop here, too. Or no, missed. Still a great catch. It's hard to catch in traffic like that. That's good hands.
So 25-yard completion down the sidelines. They'd be trying to hit that a couple times during today's game. That's the first time they've been able to hit it there.
It's a really good throw by Noah Walters as well.
3-by-2, 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Again, that hurry-up formation. Niagara takes it, pumps it out here, complete to number 10, cuts it back in the middle. We see the defender slip. See the second defender slip, and the third defender drags him out. Brought down to the 25-yard line, gain of 15, first down Spears. Since they went to this hurry-up, Niagara's really seemed to get a little bit of momentum. See if they can finish a drive here.
Yeah, a lot of shoulders tackles on that play. We got to be
Trying to
fitting
body
up
check.
there. Yeah. It's a good play by number 10, Angel Diaz.
3 to the field, 1 to the boundary. Fullback is actually motioning out, so it's going to be 3-by-2. They've been in this formation most of today. Checking with the sidelines for the route combinations. 1 running back in. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to escape out. Escapes out to the right. Trying to track back against the grain. Pressure coming. Heaves it downfield. Intercepted. Ill-advised pass. Intercepted there.
Tayshawn Peach.
Tayshawn Peach with the INT in the end zone. That's going to come out to the 20-yard line. First down for the Mustangs.
Dangerously close to the post here. I thought he was going to run into it, but great pick there.
You see the good, just really good offensive line play.
Yeah.
But no, the quarterback just great coverage.
Yeah.
Blanket coverage in the back end by the Stag secondary.
Got to throw that away. Nothing there. Great.
Again, he's trying to make a play.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting to the point now where it's like you're going to have maybe 5 or 6 possessions in this game. You're down four scores plus 1 point already in this game. Your possessions are limited. You got to get points every drive. Mustangs with the ball, 2-by-2. Fullback is offset to the right. Ball's on the right hash, heading into the north end zone. Oreza hands it off. Number 19, I believe, is the ball carrier.
Ethan Christensen.
Christensen was the ball carrier for sure. Gain of 4 on the play over the right-hand side. Second down and 6.
Yeah.
What did you see there, Cam?
Looks like they didn't block either the linebacker or somebody came right where he was supposed to be running and made it fit him up on him. I think it was just a miscommunication with the O-line there, which didn't go one more over.
So do we have backup linemen in here at this point in the game already?
It looks like all the ones are in right now.
2x2. Fullback is offset to the left. 2nd down and 6, we're going to call it, for the Stangs. Russ is back to pass. Quick pass out there,
Drake.
complete by Logan to Drake Logan. Drags a tackler all the way to the 42-yard line before he's flung out of bounds. Needed 7, got about 17 on that.
Yep.
Big first down. I like Arezzo when he throws the ball like this.
Yeah.
Doesn't think it's quick, comes out of his hand, is decisive. And when the Mustangs quarterback play on rhythm like that, this is a really good offense to watch.
Yeah, fitted up by Austin McCray there again. Good way to get him out.
Mustangs have the ball. Arezzo started the second half here. 2x2 set. Fullback is offset to the left. Ball's on the right hash mark, 42-yard line. Little motion coming in. Arezzo straight ahead. Quarterback draws his own number. Gain of about 14 or 15. Takes it all the way to the 51-yard line of Niagara.
Yep.
Move the sticks. First down, Mustangs. There's the running aspect of Nate Ariza at quarterback as well.
Yeah, if you watch the replay again, you see Dylan Fauner get on his wheels here. He's running step for step with Nate here, and then they get like 15 yards. That's a great old lineman right there.
So, Tom, as a defender here, when the quarterback becomes a runner, what are the adjustments that the defense has to make?
I think you have to make him feel the hit, right? Because if you allow the quarterback to be running, passing, confidence is super easy. So when they go to the pocket, we got to go after the ball, especially down 29-0, and you got to make them feel it.
But also like offenses we're taught to make the counts. Are we +1? Are we -1? As a quarterback, as a runner, that gives you an extra player basically
It does.
on offense. Are there any other adjustments that you have to do on defense? Do you have to have a spy come in or something like that? Or does your safety account for the quarterback and you kind of take that out of the equation?
Yeah, in terms of the spy, I think a lot of these OSFL teams don't really have that incorporated into their defense. I know we have at points, but yeah, I think it does come down to the safety being able to, because he's the one reading the quarterback. So if you see a quick draw like that, you got to be downhill just as fast as the quarterback is.
I like that he's set up on that too. He kind of showed that pass, and then he just waited for the fullback to kind of slice through, reach through that, and he just basically ran right behind him.
Yeah,
Good lead block on that as well.
Got a new H here. I believe that's Casimir.
Yep.
Good player.
Yeah,
played
Nick Cosmer.
played for the team last year.
I believe out of St. Joe's, out of St. Thomas
St.
as well.
Joe's guy.
So Casimir in at the fullback position. 3x1, excuse me. So 3 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary. McBurney's all alone over up top. Reese is in at quarterback. Casimir's wide open, and he's absolutely lit up this time.
Wow.
Dropped for a loss of about 8 or 9 yards, all the way back to the 50-yard line.
Nathan Vandermeer, that's
a hell of a hit.
It's a heck of a hit. It's a great hit. It's a heck of a hit.
Heck of a hit. Heck of a hit.
So it's second down and 17. As Sweeney actually has to come in. Helmet came off. It's 3 plays. Ariza's got to sit on this.
Yeah.
Reza, to Saunders, we've seen him start the first game and start the second game. The offense, wasn't quite there yet. Sweeney came in, and now they kind of split the reps there. The offense has looked a lot better when them both getting kind of equal playing time there.
Yeah.
2x2 set here for Sweeney in at quarterback. Casimir is the running back, is the fullback out on the left-hand side. Good pressure coming. Second sack in a row, number 56 for the Spears.
Joseph Moore.
Drops him all the way back to the Mustang 44-yard line.
Pressure getting to this Mustangs offense right now.
Well, they brought pressure. They brought 5 that time.
Yep. 3rd and forever.
Yeah, we're going to call it 3rd and Lucan at this point. And the Mustangs will punt the ball with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, still up 29-0.
Well, this is where the premium of having Julian Garces as your punter with the wind to his back, even if you're put back. I wouldn't be surprised if they're
One returner, that's a lot of field to cover.
Yeah.
If Garces can hit this towards the sidelines here, he can absolutely pin him here. Garces with the kick, good high kick. Again, towards the
bounce.
sideline, gets
Good
a bounce over his head, down inside the 10, picked up and dropped right away. He was outside of the 5 yards. And again, a special teams error by Niagara. Inside the 10 at the 8-yard line, that's a great kick. But unfortunately, it's roughing the punter.
Really?
Called against Niagara. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it's an automatic first down for the Mustangs.
I didn't even see the rough.
Well, I see the flag sitting at the 40-yard line, and the only guy out back there is the
look
punter.
in there,
It's the last thing you can do after back-to-back sacks.
Yeah.
Back-to-back sacks, the ball bounces over your head. You're looking at the ball at your 8-yard line, but at least you get the ball back. Instead, Mustangs are going to have the ball approximately at midfield and a first down.
We got Sweeney still in because I don't think it's been 3 plays.
It's only been 2 plays. So Sweeney's still in at quarterback here for the Junior Mustangs.
Looks like all the ones are also still in.
Ball is at the 52-yard line, right hash, 1:37 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs break the huddle. 2-by-2, fullback offset to the left. Ball's on the right hash mark. Sweeney in the pistol formation. Inside handoff.
That's Bordeaux.
Cam Bordeaux, nowhere to go. This defensive line has really came and played in the second half here.
Yeah.
They've kind of taken over this third quarter.
Yeah, that looks like is that 49?
48, I think.
48. Nathan Vandermeer making another big play. He's having a good quarter.
So actually threw Bordeaux down for a loss of 3 on that play. Second down and 13. Ball's all the way back to midfield. Mustangs with the ball here.
Second and 13. Likely a pass. See what they bring out.
Again, right now the clock is on your side and the scoreboard is on your side for the Mustangs.
Yep.
3 to the field, 3 to the boundary, 1 to the field. Fullback offset as well. Toss play to Bordeaux. Gets out to the right-hand side. Tripped up, gets beyond the 50-yard line.
Yep.
So got the yards back, plus a couple. But they're going to mark him at the 49. Short of the first down to gain.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to. The O-line couldn't build up to the linebackers quick enough. Cam need to be a little bit more patient there. Let his O-line then get downfield. But
The Mustangs are going to punt the ball again with the wind at the back. The wind has really been a factor in this game here today, as it seems to have died off a little bit here again. And that's just as I say this, a big gust comes through and the wind's blowing again.
yeah, looks like Trent Dobson's back there once again.
And again, I'm actually kicking this to the field. I want to see him run all the way across the field and try to get this ball here. Garces with the kick. High
he hit the punter
booming
again.
kick. Caught at the 5-yard line. Great coverage. And again, just spectacular coverage by the Mustangs. I believe it's number 88 there with the tackle.
I think that is, Lane Variotes.
Yeah.
Another great South DB.
Yeah.
So we were talking the first half about playoffs and how, this was going to kind of be a potential one matchup here. What we're actually doing this year in the OSFL for the first round of the playoffs is you play within your conference. So 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. Then the winners of those games then cross over.
Oh, I
so you
gotcha.
don't get the second crossover game. You get the one in your division to get those down to the final 2, and then you cross over. We're trying to get the best 2 teams in the championship games, which will be played up in Kingston this year.
Yep.
But that's what they're doing. So potentially, Niagara's going to either play London or Hamilton in the first round of the playoffs, and that's going to be a tough road.
Yeah, it's a tough
Very
game.
So the ball's all the way down to the 6-yard line. First down for the Spears as we see the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth about to start.
Yep. Scoreless third quarter. Any thoughts about the game so far, Tom?
I'm liking it. I think the offense has got to keep the wheels going and get another one to finish out this game and
Yep.
let
Get
all
the
the guys
clock
get some
rolling.
reps in.
You chewed clock. you're 12 minutes closer to a victory.
Yeah.
Points didn't matter in the third quarter. The quarter did.
Fair enough.
Ball is at the 6-yard line. Niagara has the wind at their back for the balance of this game. 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field. Motion over a 4th receiver. Inside handoff. It's a different running back. I think it's number 13 out there. I'm not quite sure. It takes it to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, might be 13.
Gain of about 5 yards on that play as we see a late flag come in for pleasantries being exchanged inside the pile.
Yeah, that's Jacob Ian Nizzi. So yeah, pretty good run. See what the flag is.
Just waiting for the referees to indicate what the call was. Came in late. It was after the play. So the down is going to count regardless. It's going to be second down or potentially first down for the Spears if this is against the Mustangs. Again, just waiting for the referees to indicate it. Again, thank you very much for joining us here on London Football TV. I am the coach, Ron Forwarda, joined by Cam Melrose and Tommy Silky Smooth Silcox in the broadcast booth. A couple former Mustang players, current Western Mustang player as well. Cam, I know you kind of graduated out of football.
Yep.
Are you looking to do a broadcasting future in your?
Hey, you never know what the future has, but
You're gonna be going to Western this
Yeah.
This fall as well.
going to Western this fall, yeah, first year.
What's your major gonna be?
Doing a Bachelor of Arts in Kinesiology.
Bachelor of Arts in Kinesiology. Very nice. Tommy, what are you second year in?
I'm at King's. I'm doing criminology.
Criminology.
Yeah.
So will you let me off a speeding ticket?
No.
Of course not. I thought I liked you. I was wrong. So, after the play, it was objectionable conduct called against Niagara. The down's going to count. Okay? So it was a gain of 5, and it's going to move the ball all the way back to the 2-yard line. So it's going to be second down, and after all of that, you can't go back any further. Second down and about 14, 15 for the Spears here.
Yeah, it's a tough play. It's second and long, but you're also on your own 1. What are you calling here, Ron?
You haven't had a lot of success. You got nothing to lose here. I'm not calling that screenplay.
No.
Maybe you try to hit that hitch or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or an inside zone. But yeah, you haven't had a lot of success running the ball. But the Mustangs have switched up to a 3-4 look. So they're giving up a little bit more of that run lane. With them playing a 3-4 look, maybe I try to run some type of inside power, try to get a double team, maybe on the nose, or try to get it to the outside edge and try to work a double team up to a linebacker, maybe try to hit a crease.
Yeah,
again, I'm not trying to get 100 yards on this.
No.
I'm trying to get 10 so I can make it third down and manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Clock is running, 11 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field, 1 running back in. Quarterback standing in his own end zone. Back to pass, looking for that little hitch play. Good coverage downfield. It's caught. Great route and a great catch by number 10 from the Spears. Just a long mesh pattern coming from the outside all the way in. Just gets lost in traffic.
Yeah. Angel Diaz on the catch again.
That was a great job by the Niagara O-line as well.
Yeah. Give him QB
Gain
time.
of 18 on the play. Reset the sticks. First down for Niagara. 10.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Mustangs still do lead 29-zip here. 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary this time. Ball's right in the middle of the field. Back to pass, taking a shot downfield, pulls it down, starts scrambling out to his right. Look at the scramble. Good coverage downfield again by the Mustangs. Scrambles forward for a gain of about 12. Number 53 had him dead to rights. Let him escape, and unfortunately escapes for the first down. Big scramble that time. That's the first time we've really seen him use his legs as the weapon that we thought it was going to be more of in this game.
Yeah, early in the game, Mustangs had great contain. He wasn't able to do that, and he finally got out that time. Made a really athletic play.
Well, again, the Mustangs were in that 40 look. That's more of a 30 look that they're playing in right now.
Yeah, it's hard to get around that left tackle.
So the ball's at the 32-yard line. First down for the Spears. Ball's on the right hash. 3 receivers come to the field, 2 to the boundary. 1 running back in. Mustangs have now gone back to that 40 look. Back to pass, taking a shot downfield, looking for that crosser again.
Ooh.
Absolutely swallowed up number 8.
Liam Haggerty.
Haggerty, you can tell by the little things hanging out of the back of his helmet. That's Liam Haggerty. But it is a great hit, a good reception. Catches it. He
Yeah.
knows he's going to get hit, too.
Yeah, Lucas
Holds
Goodbrand.
on to the ball.
Great catch. Way
Really
to take
good
that
catch.
hit, too. That's a big hit.
Gain of 9 on the play. They're looking for more. Again, they really like that long mesh, that
Yeah.
second guy coming through after the zones have all cleared out.
Yeah, put a good little drive here by Niagara offense.
Second down and 1. 2 by 2 by 2. 2 in the backfield this time. Motion out to empty. Taking a shot into the seam downfield, complete to number 6 at the 50-yard line.
Good
Tackled
tackle.
by number 12, takes him forward all the way to the 46-yard line. First down for the Spears after the gain of about 23.
Yeah, great yak there from Joseph Martinelli. Way to instead of cut inside, get back outside, stay away from that hard hitting safety and get upfield.
The
And
protection,
again, it's the hurry up. The Spears have had all the momentum in the world when they've gone to this hurry up.
Yep.
3 by 2 with the fullback offset to the left. Just that little hitch pass, complete to number 6, make the first man miss. Not the second man. Number 22 swallows him up after a gain of about 7 on the play. Second down and 3.
Yeah, back-to-back catches there from Joseph. He's having a good drive here. Way to make another guy miss, get some yards.
Tommy, when someone goes hurry up like this, what are the adjustments the defense can do when you play boundary field corners and stuff?
I mean, usually sometimes it's hard to get the call in, so you often have like a base call that you'd always revert to, but it looks like Niagara's doing a really good job. And I think the junior Mustangs are continuing to run cut, which is keeping those kind of underneaths in the middle open.
Well, that time they cut the ball carried back in the backfield for a loss of about 2.
Yeah.
They tried to get the fullback leading through, so that's what they would call the insert power or a Bronco look, where you get that second puller being inserted from outside the box. But that time the Mustangs, they've seen it once or twice. They run that play, threw him down for a loss of 2, and now third down, we're going to call it 5 here, and really game on the line with 6:50 left in the ball game.
Yeah, it's been a long drive.
Long drive, chewing up a lot of clock
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Ball's at the 40-yard line. It's third and 4, and Niagara calls a timeout. Smart play. If you don't get this, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, good for this Mustangs defense, too. Give him a little breather, quick water. It's been a long drive.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
But again, you don't mind them moving the sticks.
Yeah, it's just chewing
It's
clock.
the clock.
Yeah.
Again, if you're Niagara, you're down 29 points, but you're down to 6:37.
Yep.
It's more the clock that you're fighting than it is the scoreboard in this game. And again, the Mustangs, they're up 29 points. Yeah, we're up, but we're down to 6:37. So we'll give up those first downs in the middle of the field all game long. All game long.
I think we're seeing kind of some younger players working out some kinks and stuff, which is it's great for the team, but that's parts of why the zones are opening up a little bit underneath. We're not getting the right communication between our halves and our linebackers.
Yeah, but you
But
need
it'll
those.
come.
You need those 2s and 3s to get that in-game experience, though, because
Yeah, absolutely.
team reps and game reps are a lot different.
But there's been some great pauses as well. We saw Tayshaun Peach
Yeah,
playing a backup safety, a great pick in the end zone.
Yeah, he's a starter on most teams in the province.
Oh, no doubt.
And that's a guy that's
And we do see a dime package with him.
Yeah.
With him playing in kind of a Sam look.
yeah, and he's a dynamic player. I don't know what the future holds for him, but he's really, really dynamic. I think he might be going to the Beefeaters if I heard correct. So third down and 4, taking a shot on the wheel
Okay.
pattern, broken up. Who is that? 82.
Number 82.
I thought he
82
was gonna
coming
get
That's
across.
Henry Simpson, another one of those young guys.
Yeah,
great play.
You tried that wheel route. They tried to hit that sideline pass a
Yeah.
number of times today. They hit it with some success early in the third quarter, and again coming back to it. But it's just a really good play. There's your double side safety look, and just coming over, scraping over the top, and does a good job of knocking
think-
that away.
I think to go back to what Cam was saying earlier, the quarterback is not looking off at all, and it makes the
Yeah.
safety's job
Yeah,
pretty easy when he
if
stares at the
you're
target.
staring it down right from the get go, it's you're you're going to be cooked in this league when you start
Yeah.
playing some of these big team defenses.
Ben Ferguson had a good play there, pushing that slot
Yep.
out to give him no room.
Yeah. And Areza's back in a quarterback 2x2 look, fullback offset to the right.
There's Wyatt Cross.
Wyatt Cross takes
This
it off.
gets quick.
This kid's really, again, we talked about, Cam Bordeaux. Oh, what's the next one? Oh, there's a third one.
Yeah.
We always say year after year, the Mustangs can bring out a literal stable of running backs. This is your third guy in the pecking order. That's not a bad 3.
Yeah, he's probably the shiftiest of the 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, he plays with an edge as well. I remember seeing him make the first hit of the season home game on a kickoff, and it was
and it was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that was different.
yeah.
That was against Burlington. 2x2, fullback offset to the right again. Reza hands it
Back
off.
to him.
Back to Cross.
Oh wow!
Look at the power!
Oh, wow.
Look at the power, and he's got a chance to make a big play here.
There he
Keeps
goes.
his legs going down to the 30, down to the 20, pushed out of bounds.
52.
They're gonna knock him out at the 15-yard line where he said he steps. I said it earlier, right here when he spins out of this. It's like, he's got a chance here.
Yeah.
And you guys both kind of looked at me like, what are you talking about? Like, look at this.
Jay Turner with a big tackle to save the day. That's a big boy moving. But heck of a play by Wyatt Cross.
So running back in Wyatt Cross again, just we talk about just an abundance of riches at the running back position.
Yep. Now we got Ethan Christensen back there.
So again, 3 to the field, 1 to the boundary. Fullback is in.
We got Green ISO on the boundary here.
Perez is in at quarterback.
Green.
A little screen pass tipped, and it's caught,
by
but it was
Christensen.
tipped. Okay?
Oh, okay.
It's tipped.
The
It
dead
was
ball.
caught by number 9. Well, no, it was tipped. So even if it was a lineman catching it,
Okay.
it would have been fine because it was tipped by one of the
Gotcha.
defenders. That's the point I was trying to make across there. So loss of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 14. I thought they had Casimir in the flats wide open too.
Yeah, I look kind of like a screenplay, but Anthony Green also, it's hard to see, but he beat his guy in the boundary. Back corner, could have been a good ball, but we'll see what they dial up here on 2nd and long.
3x2, fullback is offset to the right as the second receiver. 3 to the left or to the field, 1 to the boundary, 1 running back in. Areza, play action, taking a shot downfield. He's got a guy.
Oh, picked off.
Intercepted. Great read play by number 50, I think it is.
Yep.
We've got bodies.
Number 90, actually. Number 90, and we see a late flag coming in there.
Yeah, that's number 50, James Lindsay on the pick.
So you got a peel back block coming against Niagara. This is going back 15 yards. So it's going to be from the 50
Oh, yeah, that's dirty.
Yeah, you can't. So what we talk about the peel back block is you cannot go back towards your own end zone to block a person. See how he's coming back?
Yeah.
And then going low at him.
Yeah.
He's going in a straight line towards his own end zone. That is the peel back block. They're calling it a clip. It's a 15-yard penalty. From the 35 is where they're actually marking it. So it'll be Niagara's ball, but it'll be at the 20.
What I like about that play is, Nate, it wasn't his best ball. He made a mistake, but he made sure to get going and make the tackle
Made
there
the tackle.
and save quite a bit of yards. So,
All right.
and we see that a lot with this Junior Mustangs team. A lot of heart and a lot of guys who care, whether they're guys starting or guys coming in.
I know the result is an interception, but I don't mind the decision to throw it because, again, it was the decision. He liked the decision.
Yeah.
He threw it with authority, didn't double clutch it. When these quarterbacks throw the ball, it's a different offense. You know, there again, is that a win factor that we just saw happen?
A direct running back.
I don't think that was supposed to be direct. I think it just ended up there.
It's number 25, Aaron Falconer. Another carry today.
So gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. 3:34 left to go in the ball game. Same score as at the half. 29-0 the Mustangs lead. And again, just really, it's been a dominant performance. For me, the key has been the special teams play. It really has changed the game. Kids, you want to play football on the CIS or at the next level, play special teams and play it like the Mustangs played today.
Yep.
3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 running back in for the Spears. Back to pass, taking a look over the left-hand side. Tipped and almost caught by number 26.
About 26.
Intended for number 15 falls incomplete. And Niagara throwing up the white flag here at the 3-minute warning as we see the punt team coming on.
I think that's the maybe first or second target we've seen from 15.
Yeah.
We're expecting him to, make a difference today, but
I think
hasn't been there.
I think the Mustangs did a good job of recognizing who
Yeah.
their playmakers were
Yeah.
and really taking him away.
That's definitely something that I've experienced with the DC Gary Haldenby.
Yeah.
Is game plan and specific players, right?
We got Green back here by himself. Or we get one more? Wide cross out
yeah,
there.
you're going to have two back there. The Mustangs always split the field
Yeah.
on the return there.
You don't want any of those guys with the ball.
Now, dare you say, is there a fake punt here, or just like, no, we're getting out of Dodge here?
They look defeated. I doubt it.
I kind of thought so as well.
You don't want to put that on film for next week too. Keep it in your bag.
Well, you don't mind you put it. The other train of thought is you put it on film and you make them prepare for everything.
That's a good point.
I've always been a big believer in what you said, though.
Yeah.
Don't put it on film. I like to hold one or two things back that you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Or do the Spears give up the deuce here?
I feel like you're far enough forward.
The wins
you
at
got
your
the
back
wins
as
at
well.
your back. I think
Yeah,
you punt it.
I think it's if the other direction you give up the deuce. Snap is away. The kick is away. It's a good high kick. Hangs up in the air. It's caught at the 44-yard line.
Here goes Green.
Green, he's got a chance here. He takes it to beyond the 40, beyond the 30, turns the corner,
Horse collar.
keeps his legs driving. Greens keeps going. He's going to be knocked down about the 11-yard line. First down for the Mustangs. This is another guy we talked about. The 108-yard return that was not, unfortunately, in this game.
Yeah.
And another big return, a 50-yard return down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, that's great player. Lucas product. Really fast kid. I know he's a track guy. Does a lot of 100 meters, so he's got that straight line speed, and he showed it there.
Yeah, and that's, as a returner, that's what you're really looking for is make the first guy miss and then hit a seam.
Yeah.
Just getting north-south. You're never going to score a touchdown going, sideline to sideline. You got to start going towards the end zone at some point.
Yep. Seeing a whole batch of new receivers here. So
Perez is back in at quarterback as well. 2-by-2. Fullback is offset to the left, to the field side. Inside handoff to number 29. Swallowed up in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Loss of about 1 on the play. That's going to bring up second down. We're going to call it loss of 2. Second down and 12.
That's Isaac Ngenzi, first carry today.
That's the 4th running back for the Mustangs. So, welcome to your OSFL moment as we see the junior varsity team coming out of the locker room.
Black and silvers.
They'll be in their all blacks tonight. The black jerseys, silver numbers, gray pants against these Niagara Spears.
It's a clean look.
Best uniforms in the OSFL.
The black ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like them.
Areza taking a shot
There's
downfield.
Green.
Takes Green. Caught down to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
Gain of.
Got to be a bit more patient there. You can see the old lineman behind him. You got to let them set up before you go in. Got a little too excited there.
Trying to get him that touch there.
Yeah.
He's definitely earned it here. As we see second down and 5 after the gain of 8 on that.
Yeah.
Second down and 5 from the 6-yard line. Mustangs lead the offense out there. Again, it's just clock.
Yeah.
It's just clock. Third down and 5 from the 6. You can get a first down before the touchdown here. 2-by-2 set. Fullback offset to the right, to the boundary. 2 to the field as well. 1 running back in.
Timeout.
Areza just wasting the clock, takes it all the way down, and timeout called by the Mustangs. Let's see what Coach Jake Kirk can come up with here. Coach Wilson. These guys, it really started for me from the opening kick, deciding we're gonna kick the ball into the wind, with the wind at our back. We're gonna make you play the field. We believe in our defense. And that strategy paid off in spades early in this game. We saw the miscue on the opening kick. We saw the punt, into the wind at the end of the first quarter, going down on the knee.
Yeah.
And Niagara today is really being beat by the special teams.
Yeah.
That has set the Mustangs up time after time after time. You know, the big INT, a big man interception by Weston Gower today.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's always great to see. But really, for me, it's been all the special teams today.
Yep.
Hats off to the Mustang special teams group. 2x2 Arezza's pressure's coming off the edge, makes the man miss.
On
Take
deep.
the in the end zone.
There's CJ.
Touchdown, Mustangs! Give me the number.
That's
Number 80.
number 80.
CJ Reed.
Yep.
CJ Reed.
It's a new guy in the Mustang program.
So really great job. You know, Arezza has himself a day. Two running touchdown and the passing touchdown. 35, barring the extra point, this will be 36-0. This is a really, really good. This is a full performance by the Mustangs. Defensively, again, in the second half, it's all about use clock, use clock, use clock. They jumped on them. The proverbial, we put our foot on your throat, we squeezed you out, and that was the end of the game. Kick is away, and it's good. 36-0, 150 left to go in the ball game. So, with this result, is it safe to say the Mustangs will be hosting a game here on the July 4th weekend?
No, I think it's pretty safe to say that. Yeah.
We just don't know if it's going to be the 1 seed or if it's going to be the 2 seed.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's going to be these Spears again, the Cambridge Lions, who the Mustangs only beat by a penny, or the Burlington Stampeders.
Yeah.
So there's 3 teams fighting for 2 spots right now. And who's it going to be coming out? That's going to be a big, big factor. And again, next week's game, when these Niagara Spears, who have played a whale of a season, they go and play Hamilton. If Hamilton wins that game, I believe Hamilton, on the result of them beating the Mustangs, would be the 1 seed, which would put London on the road, potentially week 2 in the playoffs, into maybe in Ottawa.
So if you're tied with a team, is it like the NFL where
I
it's a tiebreaker, or is it just points against?
If the first tiebreak is points against, then the Mustangs have definitely got that. This is their second of back-to-back shutouts.
Oh.
And the ball is fumbled.
I
believe it's recovered by the Mustangs, and it is.
That's number
number
88.
88.
Lane Variotis.
South
Another
product.
great play.
Yeah.
Just staying with it. And again, back-to-back shutouts here by the Mustang defense.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal job. And again, just really, really impressed with how these receivers have come alive, the blocking downfield, the stable of running backs. We saw it time after time after time. But again, the special teams for me was the key today. Garces, he gets a big gold star,
Absolutely.
for punting the ball, placing the ball, making the returners run. And again, just a great job overall by the Mustangs, all 3 phases of the game. And really, like I said, the 4th phase, the trenches, the offensive, defensive lines.
Yep.
3 to the boundary, 1 to the field, 1 running back in. Little jet sweep to number
Wyatt.
0.
There goes Cross.
Wyatt
There he
Cross.
goes.
Wyatt
he
Cross
goes.
has got his touchdown. Touchdown Mustangs. I think this is just trying to put things on film. But again, a 40-yard touchdown. Objection no conduct. This is going to be after the whistle, after the play. This is frustration. We thought we'd see much more of a game than really what's happening here. But again, just a fantastic job here by these junior Mustangs. Coach Wilson and the staff have got these guys humming.
Yeah.
You guys have both played for Coach Wilson. Cam, you won a provincial championship last year for these junior Mustangs. Look at what you're seeing and remember what you saw last year. Minus that it factor guy on defense, I think this is a better team.
Than last year?
Potentially, this is a better team. They
I would
don't have the me guys. They don't have the it factor guys
right.
that can take over a play.
The mindset is there for sure.
But I think the overall...
They're a lot younger, too.
So basically what we did there is Niagara's elected to knee this out, and that is the ball game. 43-0. The junior Mustangs win in a convincing fashion, shutting out what has been a red-hot Niagara team on offense. Fellas, I'm kind of lost for words here, not to beat a dead horse, but special teams, check. Offensive line play, big time check. Great quarterback play by the Mustangs when they needed it.
Yep.
Receivers stepped up. Running back stepped up. And an overall performance by the defense as a whole, second week in a row, back-to-back shutouts. Tommy, your final closing thoughts here.
I think it just goes back to the depth of this team and the coaching, right? Like you see, you have two quarterbacks they both can do it all, right? And that came out today. And then obviously the coaching. You see how much guys care on special teams. Guys want to go make a play. They're not just out there to put on the Mustang jersey. They want to play football.
Lack of penalties on special teams as well. The awareness of where you are on the field, where the ball is on the field as well. Cam, final thoughts of today's game.
That's a 3-level win for the Mustangs. That's offense, that's defense, that's special teams. That's coaching right there. That's shows why the Mustangs are one of the best teams in the province, if not the country. You know, it all comes down to the players and the coaches, and everyone wanted to be here, and everyone wanted to be here today. So
everyone wanted to be here, and I'm going to give you another one. That's a playoff team that's going to be here. I believe it's going to be July 5th that weekend.
Yep.
I imagine we're going to have some type of streaming option happening there. But for two of my favorite junior Mustangs of all time, Tommy, Silky Smooth Silcox, and Camden, Wonderbed Melrose, I am the coach, Ron Ferwerda. Thank you for joining us here on London Football TV, and wish you good night. We'll see you in a couple weeks.